Hey, I am currently sitting in my car. Told Michael that I'm going to McDonald's to get a coffee. And I am. I did. I never stir them. So it's just the right amount of diabetes right there. But, I don't know, maybe I can say some things to y'all that I couldn't say to him last night. But being called selfish while you're pregnant, it just hits on a whole different level. And I mean, in some ways, I guess I can see how I am being selfish. Because last night, he wanted to go or have his friend over. And I'm not his mom, I can't really say no. It's his house as well as mine. And if anything, it was his house first. But my thing is, I know this friend. I know what he does, and he drinks a lot. You know? And I just, those people that when they drink, they just get really loud and obnoxious and won't stop till they drop, basically. Or won't stop until, you had enough and you go to bed, and then they have nobody to party with, so they finally just decide to drop. Well, I'm pregnant, and my son was also there, so I'm gonna get mad if you keep my son up. I'm also gonna get mad if I decide to, go to sleep, and you dare to keep me up. So I'm gonna go in there, I'm gonna say something. So, and they might quiet down for like a split second, or he might quiet down for a split second, but it's like in the ear and out the other. I don't care. I'm gonna do what I want. I don't really see how that's being selfish. Then I get called selfish because I ask him, instead of playing your PlayStation while, you watch Jeremiah, he has this thing where he plays his PlayStation while I ask him, can you watch him while I take a nap? Because, I'm extremely exhausted. I want to take a nap. But Jeremiah is up, so can you watch him? And he has no problem with it. He just wants to play his PlayStation while he does it, so he's not bored. And I mean, I get that. I really do. I get that. But he has where he leaves Jeremiah's door open, where he can run back and forth and watch his show on his laptop and run back in the living room and play, and then run back and watch a show on his laptop, and while he's playing his video game in the living room. It seems like a very fair sequence of events and thing, but I watch this boy throughout the week. You only have to watch him 3 days as far as the weekend goes, and honestly, on those 3 days, you only have to watch him maybe a few hours each day, if that. I know what that boy is capable of. He will eventually go back there, fuck around with the laptop to the point to where you have so many tabs opened up, it will get slow. He will end up going back there, taking off his diaper, peeing all over the floor, peeing all over himself. He will go back there and he will not come back. And knowing Michael, he'll be so into his video game, he won't notice. He'll just think he's back there watching whatever's on that laptop. But again, I know what he's doing back there. I know once they get quiet, it's like, what are you doing? What's going on? I've literally walked back there and stepped in shit. And it hits a whole new level when you step in human shit. Like, they're stepping in dog shit, cat shit, and you're just like, oh, okay, well, this is kind of actually normal. You know, they kind of shit on the floor or whatever. But you step in human shit, and you're just like, what the fuck? You don't do this. You don't shit on the floor. You either shit in that diaper or you shit in the toilet. Literally, after being called selfish yesterday, I went in Jeremiah's room last night and I just cried. Because I thought to myself, what could I possibly do that's selfish other than, you know, a few things, yeah, here and there. You know, because I told, as far as his friend went, I was like, yeah, he can come over, you go get him, whatever, because he doesn't have a truck anymore because of the fact that he drinks too much. And I told him, I was like, I don't want him drinking over here. You know, he needs to kind of cut back. He needs to cut down. And he didn't message Michael back after he said, you know, don't drink over here. So, to me, that was selfish. But I got the ass end of it. But I went to Jeremiah's room like I was changing him and shit. And I did. What kind of really tipped me over the edge is I went to Jeremiah's room to change him and I just stepped in a puddle of piss because he had, you know, taken off his diaper again and just wet himself, wet the whole floor, and that just sent me over the edge. I literally just sat in the corner of his room and cried. And then after I got him all cleaned up and laid back down, I went out in my car. Because, I mean, I guess I wasn't done. And I just sat there for about, I guess, an hour. And I just vented. I said all the shit I had to say out loud. Because women can be selfish. But when it comes to we stay at home with the kids throughout the week. And yes, I appreciate Michael going to work and working hard and making money. And when he complains about the money and he says he's stressed out about the money, but yet there's a solution about it. At least a couple dollar raise solution. And that's getting your CDLs. But he doesn't pursue that. And I feel like he's gonna see this video. And I'm fine with that. This is all the stuff that I really can't say to him without there being an argument. I feel like maybe it hurts his pride, so he takes it out on me. Another excuse is he would like to see his friends. He would like to go out with his friends and shit like that. I would like that too. But as we get older, things change. We're not in high school anymore. We're not young anymore where we can just up and leave our responsibilities and go hang with our friends, especially if our friends are like they are. especially if we have responsibilities such as a whole family and they don't. If all they have is a job to work and get money and then come home and they can do with it what they will, but yet you have a pregnant girlfriend, a whole ass other child to take care of, and then another teenager. He may have a job, he may have a class to distract him, but he depends on us, at least for emotional shit. And that's a pretty big thing. So we have big responsibilities. And I want him to understand that. I don't want to be called selfish. Because I'm not. I try to keep the house clean. I'm sorry, I get tired a lot now. His pregnancy is so much different than the last one. It's really hard to breathe. I don't know if it's anxiety or if it's just because my boobs are getting bigger. I hate constantly throwing up. I can't sleep at night. I'm constantly having to chase around a toddler throughout the day. And potty training is horrible because I'm a woman and I don't know how to fucking train a little boy. But being called selfish yesterday was just horrible.